Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Love Above All. Once again, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you can. What do y'all think about this mass killing that's going on today? Y'all, I was so upset when I heard about them little kids. These parents are teaching their little kids how to be evil at a young age. And it makes me so mad. Even the other day, I saw a video with the little boy with the whip knocking on the neighbor door. He banging on the door. He took the whip and just hitting the door with the whip. And I was sitting there watching that. Babe said, what would you do? I would snatch his little behind up in that house and tore his tail up. That's what I would have did. I would snatch his tail up in that house and I would have beat the living crap out of him. Yes, I sure would. I sure would. And that other old pumpkin face looking boy, he went up in the store, started shooting up the customers. Then when he got to the register, I guess the Caucasian lady was hiding behind the counter. He looked at her and let her go like, oh, not you. And he started back shooting the people in the store. When my daughter let me see the video, y'all, the video was so explicit. I mean, they took it offline, but she happened to have a copy of the video. When I saw it at first, I thought it was like a video game. And I'm like, girl, why are you bringing a video game for me to look at this video game right here? I don't want to see that. She said, no, mama, this happened a couple hours ago. I said, wait. I said, hold on, let me see that again. Girl, this crazy fool went through the store shooting people in the store. The lady be on the floor begging for her life, asking him, help, help. He shot her in the head. Y'all, the video was so explicit. When he aired people out in the parking lot before he even got in the store. Shooting through the store window. And I was saying to myself, even the cashier, why would you sit there on the register? Why would come? I don't know. I would have ran. I don't know. But sometimes, y'all, when things happen so fast, you don't have time to think. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we may watch a movie. We could be watching different things on the internet, and we'd be like, why don't they run? Why don't they hide? However the kids can go. But sometimes when your adrenaline is rushing and you get overexcited, we can say we'll do these things, but when it's time to do it, your mind wouldn't even be thinking what to do. You'd be so confused. Because I could remember something happened to my grandbaby. And good thing I think my daughter got home or whatnot at the time. And y'all, I was so afraid. I was like going back and forth like this. I didn't know which way to go because I started freaking out. And good thing she was home, but I started freaking out. You know, that's why I say sometimes we'll say we'll do this and we'll do that, but it doesn't happen that way, y'all. Like in real life, it doesn't happen that way. That's why it's good to have a steady practice at things. Like if you got guns in your home, it's good to always practice putting the clip in the gun. Going to sleep, how fast it's going to take you to keep getting to this gun. Because if you don't practice in your home with your family, because even my 13-year-old, I'm going to get her a gun. But if you don't practice with your family, if somebody were to intrude in your home or break in your home, however the case may go, you're going to start panicking. You're not going to remember where your gun at. You're not going to remember whatever weapon you got in the house. You ain't going to remember right away if you're not practicing how to get to that weapon in an amp enough time. You're going to be so afraid to a point that sometimes you could forget where you put your gun, however the case may go, because you that afraid because somebody's coming off in your home. It happens. That's why people, it's very important that you sit and you practice getting to that gun every single day, or whatever weapon you got in that house is so important. You can do it while you laying down, like you fake sleeping, jump up, going to the gun. Whoever live in the house with you. If you ain't got nobody in the house, get your neighbor, somebody who you close to, who you trust with your personal business, however the case may go. Get them. Get them to actually leave your front door open. Be in the bed. Get them to actually come in your house fumbling. To try and see what would you do to get your weapon. And it's better to plan things out, for instance, but be safe about it when you do it. Plan things out to a point to where when you plan it, you got to plan it to where you is unaware it's going to happen that day. But on the other end, you got to be very safe with it because you don't want to end up hurting one of your friends or your neighbor or one of your family member. You know, you just got to plan it wisely when you do it. Because y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. I went on my Facebook page before that C came out, right? I went on that page and I told people it was coming, right? A plague was coming. And I was telling people to be prepared. It was coming. I think I got on Facebook probably a year and a half before it actually came out. And I also did it, was it six to 4 months out before it actually hit the States. I did it again. I made an announcement on my Facebook page. And I was telling people it's going to be a shortage in food supplies. Stack up on your food, especially your water. And I also told people that people's doors going to be getting kicked in. So I'm letting y'all know these things too. It's going to be it's going to be horrible, y'all. People's doors going to be getting kicked in the middle of the night. So just be watchful. Whatever neighborhood you live in, just be very watchful. If you got family members, it's best to sit and talk in groups among your whole family, or y'all communicate with one another. Now, on my mother's side, we have like 95 acres of land, right? And I had a family member that told me that people usually come on the land, they hunt, however the case may go and stuff like that. Now, if it was up to me, I would never allow that to happen. I'm going to take the times we live in now, I would never allow that to happen. Nobody shouldn't know your property better than you. And I told one of my family members, stop them from coming over there. And the reason why I say that, not trying to be nasty or nothing, the reason, because we live in different times. And like I told one of my family members, we don't know what kind of camp these people done set up in this woods. Somebody come to the front yard, start shooting, or want to raid your house. You want to walk, you want to run in your woods to take cover. You can't even run in your woods because somebody staked out in your woods. Somebody done built a cabin in your woods. Somebody living off in your woods. And that's why I told one of my family members, that's very, very dangerous. Nobody should know your property better than you. And I said, for all of y'all that live over there, y'all need to really have a game plan if something was to pop off. A safe spot in the woods where all y'all can meet. These are the type things that we need to talk about as a family. What are we going to do if this happens? Which window we going to go out if this happens? Y'all, if I could recall, I think this was last year sometime. This married couple, they was going through because the husband, I guess he had some kind of delusional problem. He see things and he assumed things, however the case may go. And it's like he was hell hacking his wife. And I'm trying to remember his bits and pieces as I'm telling y'all. The brother called the sister one day, and the brother told the sister, like, such your husband looking for you. And she said, where he looking for me for? You know, I just talked to him or whatnot, and I told him we're going to have lunch together later on where they could talk about the kids. My thing is, if you're going through and somebody done threaten you, what the heck we going to talk about? Ain't nothing for me and you to even talk about. I'm not going to even play around with you like that. I'm going to tell you point blank, period. Don't even call my phone. Because either you going to hurt me or I'm going to hurt you. Once you threaten me, my eyes open like this. Oh, no, I don't play them kind of games. Oh, no. Well, anyway, make the long story short, she must have played around with this man. This man had threatened her, however the case may go. So one particular day, she wasn't home. Her husband, because they've been in separate houses, she must have went to go live with her mom and dad and let him stay inside the house. And she had her kids with her. So one particular day, she wasn't home at that time. I guess she'd been out with some of her girlfriends. And the husband was over there to the mom and dad house talking to them. The girl mama done fed him. He sat to the table eating, however the case may go. When she got home, she must be went in the back because he was talking to the mom. So she must have went in the back with a room where she was staying at, however the case may go. After this man done ate, y'all, the understand I got, he went outside. And I don't know if the uncle been staying there, if the uncle was a next door neighbor, however the case may go, but he shot the uncle on the outside. Now at the time, they inside the house. They're not thinking like, okay, they're thinking like he probably just practicing shooting or shooting in the air. No, baby, me, that was me inside the house. I'm going to look. Any gunshot, I'm going to look. I ain't assuming nothing, okay? But anyway, he shot the uncle on the outside, came in the house, shot the mama, shot the daddy, kill him dead. Now, what made it strange about it, the mom and dad never did anything to him. They really didn't have nothing to do with that. They just been a regular mom and dad, allowing their daughter to come home, however the case may go, until she get herself together. But the time she come to her mom and dad house, they always say, you know, you got a husband, you need to work it out. That kind of parent, because I'm like that too. But anyway, he came in the house. Now she's in the back room at the time with the kids. Y'all, ain't common sense gonna tell y'all, if that was y'all, y'all gonna jump at the room window, right? Or y'all gonna just sit around until he get up in the room with y'all with the gun, however the case may go. But anyway, he end up in the back room with her. He walked straight back there. And I'd be like, what kind of people is this? Well, he end up in the back room. But first, let me say, when he done shoot the uncle, that been my cue to get the itch up out of there. I'm not sitting waiting for nothing, okay? I would been out of there. I was going through that room window. I was going to try to figure nothing out. Well, anyway, he went in the room with her, and he was beating her with the gun handle. She's sitting there begging for her life. Why you doing this to me, babe? And all this, however the case may go. Now, she already knew the mom and daddy was already gunned down inside the kitchen. I said, man, this girl had to been kind of slow. Ain't no way. But anyway, the kids was begging the dad, you know, for the mom, however the case may go. He ended up shooting himself. He allowed her to survive. Now, the whole point of the matter is, he really been upset with the wife, but he took all this out on her family. She don't have no family left except her kids. And her brother's still living too. Her brother wasn't there at the time, but that come to show you, y'all. Y'all cannot underestimate nobody. If, for instance, whoever don't live in your home, you don't need to tell them what kind of weapons you got in your house. And that's why a lot of our people always mess up at. You talk too much. You got a gun, you want everybody to notice you got a gun. Any kind of weapon you got, you just got to be knowing you got a weapon. I don't tell nobody what kind of weapon I got. For what? Don't you know people would sit there and see the weapon that you have, and if they want to come at you, they'd be like, you know what? They got XYZ, so I'm going to get something bigger and better than that. You don't never let nobody... Listen, they say you never let your left hand know what your right hand doing. Why would y'all show people y'all weapon on this internet? Why would y'all want to show off because you got a gun? Because you got a machete? However the case may go, what's the purpose? I still haven't figured that out yet. Why people always want people to notice the things they have. Like, oh my gosh, like I be saying to myself, like, some of y'all not even used to nothing, man. Everybody got to know you got a gun. Everybody got to know you got some kind of weapon. Okay, you got a weapon in what? Now I'm going to go get something bigger and better than what you got right now. Come on now, we got to use common sense. If somebody was to come up on your job and you having just a regular conversation that day and they started talking about protection and breaking in people's houses, however the case may go, and they happen to nitpick you and you don't even know they're nitpicking you, and they be like, you know what? I'm going out to buy me another 22 today. And I want to teach my daughter how to shoot that 22. Bud, what kind of weapon you got in your house, Bud? Here you go. Oh, I got me a 45. My 45 don't have no because some of the 45 doesn't have a safety on it. Just bragging about what you got. The whole time, Bud already plotting on you. Bud already plotting that he coming to your house, him and his friends, however the kids may go, and they're going to roll up with the big wheels. Bud said he going to break off and bust off in your house. But the whole time, Bud said, let me find out what that fool got first. So Bud done pick you. You steady running your mouth. You ain't notice Bud is picking you to find out what kind of weapon you got. Because Bud said he going to bust off in your house. He got to do it back in 1945. Bud said he coming there. And you sitting there telling Bud everything you got, down to the 22. Shotgun on down. You tell Bud every gun you got inside the house, every last one, and how many you got. Now Bud going back to his friends. Oh, that fool got 10 guns up in there. So we gonna make sure we gonna have a gun for each one of them, and we gonna load this up, and we gonna ride them out like a roadie though. You see, y'all sit there and you tell people your business. That's how people do you. Even your own people do you wrong too. You got to be careful of your own people, y'all. And Lord knows I pray daily. I pray, y'all. And when I do this, that means I'm praying inside. Keep them fools away from me. Even if somebody in my family a fool, keep them away from me. I don't want them in my house. I don't let everybody off in my house. You can't let everybody off in your house. These days and time when people knock on your door, I don't care what time it is. If you don't know them, don't open the door. Y'all know how many times I done talked to people outside of my door? But let me tell y'all what happened to me. And I thank God for discernment, y'all. Had a knock at the door. I said, who is it? The man told me, he said, you got a crack in your windshield. I fixed windshields. Now, if this was me not thinking, I would have opened the door. But something said, don't you open that door. Y'all, it probably had to been around lunchtime, around 12 o'clock. I said, oh yeah? He said, open the door. I'm going to fix the crack for you if you open the door and it be free, however the case may go. Now, I was always raised, everything free and good. So I said, nah, I'm good. He said, do you know where the lady at who drive that Range Rover? I said, no. I think she lived, the man said, I think she live here. I said, no, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. As a matter of fact, get the you know what from my door. That's what you better do, get from my door. Girl, I had to call somebody who live up the road from me, and I asked them, I said, did y'all see two guys in the neighborhood? The lady said, yeah, I see two guys was prancing where you stay back and forth. They just keep prancing back and forth. I said, oh, really? Them fools still out there. They ain't going home. Well, anyway, make the long story short. When I found out later, y'all, these two guys was breaking in people's house. When they opened the door, they hitting people in their head with a gun, and they doing weird things to them, okay? I found out later on through a police officer that was going on. Now, when I did look through the peephole, the man looked like he was a foreigner. He looked Russian to me. However, and the other guy looked like they're not from here. You can tell if people from where you from or not, from the States, period. They look more so like they from another country, right? But anyway, good thing I didn't open the door. These fools, and I didn't know at the time to call the police. These fools was going around, getting off in people's house, doing weird things to them. They've been just doing all kind of weird stuff, y'all. So that's why I'm telling you, you can't trust people because they knocking on your door. because they're selling books. Remember back then, they had people knocking on the door because they're selling little books, insurance, however the kids may go. You can't open your door no more. You cannot have sympathy for people no more. No. When the fire department knocked on my door one day, I told them to get the you know what on. I don't play no games. I ain't got time playing with people. When you sitting there thinking to when you sit there and you thinking to do good, to help people, some of these fools right here thinking about war. They thinking about taking your whole head off. Your children's head off too if they can do that. And put it on a swivel. You're not going to use my head. No, ma'am. I love me. But that come to show you. When you sitting back and you choosing to do the right thing, there are people out there who choosing to do bad things because they're very angry. And you didn't did a thing to them. That's why them young men who did that shooting, the Most High need to put some kind of thing upon them where they get their butt whooped every day in that prison house for what they did. It's wrong, y'all. It's wrong. So y'all please like, share, subscribe to the channel if you can. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Bye-bye.